What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. This is our watch list for Tuesday, November 22nd. If you are a first timer, then welcome to the channel. I put these videos out for you guys for free every single day. Make sure you're subscribed and clicking that bell. That bell gives you the notifications for when I do send these videos out every single day. Just for you guys. We go through a bunch of plays, a bunch of setups, and then within the Griswold Gold membership of the Discord, the private portion of my Discord, that link is in the description below. Those guys get the top 5 plays out of what we're going through today, the plays that I believe will perform the best the following day. So if you're not in that Discord, get in the Discord. If you're not as part of the Griswold Gold membership, it helps you out even more than what I do here. It gives you live trade setups as the day goes on SPY, QQQ, DIA, Disney, Tesla, NEO, a bunch of other tickers. It gives you one-on-one opportunities with myself, okay? So if you have questions, if you want to talk personally with me to learn more about this strategy and how to develop yours, you can use that one-on-one for that. There's group members that meet together with myself, and we talk about stocks and everything else. There is ad-free YouTube videos. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Speaking of ad-free YouTube videos, I know those ads suck, guys, but I'm going to ask you and thank you in advance for letting those ads roll through. Those ads pay for this stuff to be free, pays for your education on this stuff, and it pays for my time to do these videos. So I thank you guys in advance for letting those ads roll through. I'm on Twitter. You can find me there at Mr. Clark Griswold. And the last thing, this screen that you see, TradingView. If you want to use TradingView, if you're looking for something like this, it's how I chart all of my trades, all of my setups. In the description below, I have a link for you guys. That link will give you a free, no obligation, 30-day trial to their sub services, to TradingView's subscription services. So you get to try them out for 30 days, no obligation. And if you decide to go through with that subscription service, you get up to $30 off of that subscription service, depending on which subscription service you choose. So make sure you're getting in on that free offer for TradingView. With saying that, let's get to this watch list. We are going to start out with Ford, ticker symbol F. So guys, Ford has a 2 down that finished green. Now I have an indicator that I created for you guys. It's got all the Strat indicators wrapped into one. You can purchase it separately. There's a link down below for that, or it comes as part of the Griswold Gold membership. Now, it gives you these numbers. It gives you this time frame continuity. This inside bar on the left of your screen, it paints those yellow, paints the outside bars white. It does a bunch of things. All the indicators wrapped into one for you guys. So with Ford, we have a 2 down that finished green. So when we have that, when we have the 2 down, the 2 is a directional candle. It breaks only one side of the previous candle. So that's what we did here. We broke to the bottom side, and we finish green instead of red. So when that happens, that tells me that probabilities of this continuing back to the upside are higher than normal, just like happened here. We're 2 down green, and we went 2 up on the following day. Now we're 2 up that finished red. We're going to look to come back to that downside, 2 up red, and we look to go 2 down, which we did, but we finished green. So now I'm going to look again to go back to the upside, 2 up. We've got time frame continuity on our side. Everything's green here, which gives us, again, a higher probability that this thing is going to trend back to the upside. I'm going to put a target in here for you guys. The targets, if we're looking for it to go up, go to the tops of the preceding wicks. Okay, and as they go down, I'll show you how to play those. We also have these 2 pink lines. If you're wondering what those are, that's an inside bar on the weekly. I know that because there's 2 pink lines. That's what they represent. I also know there's this yellow circle telling me that we are still inside of those 2 pink lines. Okay, so if I go to the weekly, and you can go check out the weekly swing video. Okay, I'm going to hop over to the weekly here. If it lets me, there we go. We had an inside bar on the weekly, and we are currently inside this week. And we are looking to break to the bottom or the top of that weekly inside bar. That's what those 2 pink lines represent. So we can look for calls at 1404. I'm getting those numbers from here. The yellow corresponds to the yellow trigger line. And first target's at $14.13 on Ford Motor Company. We'll move on to BA. That's Boeing Company. Boeing, again, 2 down green. I'm going to look for calls at 174.72 and first targets at 175.19. You notice we're still inside bar, the 2 pink lines. We're looking to trigger on those pink lines to go 2 up or 2 down on the week as well. We go to BAC, that's Bank of America. Bank of America has a couple things here, guys. Number one, it's got an inside bar. That's an actionable signal when we discuss the strat. Okay? We do have time frame continuity all to the upside outside of this yearly. That's something. There is also not quite a shooter candle. I'd like to see this body a little bit smaller or this wick a little bit longer, but a shooter candle can tell us that it's a bearish symbol. Now we are a green shooter, which again, there's a little bit of conflict there. So we're going to look to break either side of this inside bar. We're also looking to break outside of the inside bar on the week. So again, go check out the weekly swing video. If we go to the weekly, you'll see we're inside bar and we're stuck on a current inside bar this week, looking to break outside of this inside bar. Trigger here or trigger there. How are we going to get there? What's the next 2 on the week? What's the next 2 on the day? Okay, when we talk about inside bars, I'm going to discuss this just for a second. Anybody who's struggling with trading, anybody who's struggling with the strat, stick to one strategy, and I always say go with the inside bars. Especially if you have the indicator, they're very easy to see. They pop up as yellow, so they're very simple for you guys to see. Now, when you see these yellow candlesticks, these yellow bars, I want you guys to think of, or an inside bar or a 1 bar, okay? Doesn't matter. When you see that 1 bar, that inside bar, that yellow bar, I want you guys to think of a spring being compacted, tightened, loaded. And when you release that spring, you would expect it to jump to the upside or to the downside. Now, if we go back in time and look at previous inside bars, because it's important to do that, to see how things actually react. Here's the last inside bar. Look at this run. Okay, that's what we expect off of an inside bar. These big runs. We triggered, targets all the way down. Here's the next inside bar. Triggered, target all the way up. They don't always work though, guys. Okay, here's one. We barely ran down. But here's the one right prior to that. We had a big run up. Okay, I like to go back and show you guys this stuff because probabilities tell us that this setup is what we should see, not this. This is not high probability when we look at inside bars. High probability is this green bar breaking, this green bar breaking, okay, this red bar breaking. That's what probabilities tell us. And that's what us as retail traders, day traders, swing traders, that's what we base it off of, okay? That's what we're looking at, guys. We base it off of probability. Every strategy, every trade is based off of the probability of what the next candle is going to be. And when we have probability, that brings in risk. And the best traders are the best at risk management. And that is your number one job as a trader. Your number one job as a trader is to manage your risk, to control your capital, make sure you lose as little as possible and gain as much as possible. But the key is cutting your losses, okay? And we tend to do the opposite. We cut our winners too early and we let our losses run. When you flip that 180 degrees, that is your key to becoming a successful trader. But it's a lot of psychology, it's a lot of mental work, it's a lot of controlling your emotions. And that guys, is what will make you a successful trader. Any strategy can work for anybody, but it's how you control your risk is what really sets you apart from everybody else who's trading. Now, this inside bar, we can look at calls at 37.52. We've got great time frame continuity to that upside direction. First target's at 37.85. It's good magnitude, over $1 there. Okay, we can also look at puts at 37.06. First target at 36.92. And again, not great magnitude there, meaning there's not a lot of space here, not a lot of meat on the bones. And I will use this as an example because a lot of times what happens, we'll open up, we'll come down, we'll come through that target, and then it'll reverse back through. Obviously, I can't leave that wick there, but it'll reverse back through and we will never see that target again. And some people will just hold and they'll hold and they'll hold and they hope. And then this ends up going all the way up here and you never see that target again and you're still holding. You did not cut your trade when you should have cut your trade. Okay, go watch my review videos within the channel, within the Learning Tools playlist. That will show you how to manage your trades, guys. Next up, we've got C. That's Citibank, inside bar. We just talked about them. We also are looking to break out of the inside bar on the week for Citigroup. So calls at 49.04, puts at 48.28. We've got full time frame continuity outside of the year on Citibank. DraftKings, I'm going to skip over. That should be gone. XOM. Okay, so yesterday's setup, I said we went 2 down green, and this is a perfect example of how things don't always happen the way we expect them to, and that's okay. Because yes, there's probability, but we're not front running. We're playing what is going to happen and what is happening. So we don't play it till it does happen, but we're looking ahead. We're forecasting, and then we're looking to see what actually does happen. So on Monday's playlist, I had this on here, and I thought we had a 2 down green hammer candle. We were going to look for this to trend up. Well, what happened? We trended down. So we're 2 down green. We have even more of a wick here, more of a hammer here. Okay, so again, we're going to look for calls to the upside. 111.20 is our trigger. First target 112.48. Now, 111.20 is not the strike price on the option, if we're talking options. You can take these in common shares, that's fine. But as for options, we look at this, we trigger at 111.20, our strike price becomes 112. Okay, and we take an expiry, for me, closest to, that's this Friday. You can take 2 weeks out, that's fine. Buys you a little bit more time, more theta, okay? Less theta burn. So less chance of you losing on a trade. Either way you want to do it is fine. We've got really good time frame continuity outside of the month. So the majority is telling us that we have buyers in ExxonMobil. AMD, 2 down green, same thing. Good time frame continuity. We can look for calls at 72.98. BIDU, 2 down green. We can look for calls at 95.57. CVX, 2 down. Here's another one of those. 2 down green. We really have a hammer candle here now. Good time frame continuity. Same as Exxon, okay? And it's a sector, so they perform very, very similar. Calls at 181.70. First target at 183.41 on CVX. GE, General Electric, 2 down green. Nice time frame continuity. Calls at $86 even. Goldman Sachs, 2 down green hammer candle. Time frame is in our favor to the upside. Calls at $380.77. And there is your first target on Goldman Sachs. JP Morgan, inside bar. We know about those inside bars. We also know we have to break out of the inside bar because I've got these 2 pink lines here. And I've got the weekly here with the yellow circle, okay? Calls at 134.56, puts at 132.75. And again, guys, watch these targets. I'm not saying that this thing can't run higher than that target and hit second targets, but just be cautious. Because like I said, a lot of times we hit that target, we reverse, and we never see it again. That is JP Morgan. Macy's, we've got a 2 down that finished green. Time frame in our favor. Calls at 22.73. Pfizer, 2 down green, hammer candle. Time frame in our favor. Calls at 48.28. Magnitude to the upside at 48.83. That is our first target where the bears have their stop losses. All of the above. It's all the same stuff. Okay, here's another one. Notice the sector again. This is the Spider S&P Oil and Gas ETF. Okay, XOP. We had a... You can see how this is getting... These wicks are becoming longer and longer. There is more... Meaning there's more buying on each one of these days. Okay, so we have a 2 down green, 2 down green, 2 down green, hammer candle again. This time again, we're going to look to trend up. We've got time frame in our favor, so we can look for calls at 150, 158, and really good magnitude to that 154.45 mark on XOP. Guys, if we gap up in the morning, I'm going to show you real quick here. If we gap up, meaning our candle opens way up here and we start trending up. Okay, at the end of this video, in the top right-hand corner, you're going to find a gap playlist. How to play the morning gaps. It'll tell you exactly how to do it. There's 3 or 4 videos in there for you guys to watch and learn how to play those morning gaps so you're not really confused if it opens above our trigger point. Okay, show you how to play those. LTHM, 2 down green, calls at 28.76. AA is Alcoa Corporation. I don't usually put this one on here because I'm not sure about the premiums or the spread between the bid and the ask, but we've got good time frame. We've got a 2 down that finished green, and we've got a hammer candle. 3 things in our favor. So calls at 46.89 and first targets at 48.57. Chewy, inside bar, calls at 42.05, puts at 40.3. The DIA, Diamonds, Dow Jones Industrial ETF, 2 up, finished red, puts at 335.53. First target, minimal. Be cautious of that. IBM, inside bar, calls 147.93, puts 146.45 on IBM. Lowe's, so again, Lowe's is not something I normally put on here because it's higher premiums and the spreads aren't great, but we do have a double inside bar. So I'm going to put the targets on here for you guys. 2 straight days of consolidation. Okay, so there's 2 days of that. This blue line, part of the Griswold Strat indicator, shows you where the last or the current double inside bars are. They are very rare. They do not happen very often. They are usually a high probability play. I'm going back in time to see the last time Lowe's had one, and we have to go to November of 2020. So 2 years ago, right here, almost to the day, the last time we had a double inside bar, and let's see how it performed. Okay, and again, they don't always work, but look, we triggered and we hit targets plus, and it actually ran for 1, 2, 3, 4 days before it reversed on us. Okay, so a really, really good setup. Again, don't be fooled by the spread between the bid and the ask. You can take them if you want. You can take limit orders, your choice. But if the spreads are too far apart, more than 5%, it's not something for me. But again, it doesn't mean it can't be something for you. This could be a really fantastic play for you guys tomorrow. NVIDIA has a 2 down green, so we can look for calls at 154.77. First target's marked out at 160.02 for you guys. If you find this stuff helpful, guys, please give me a thumbs up. Send comments down below if it is helping you. If you are making profit off of your trades, let me know, and make sure you're subscribed and in on the Discord. Oracle, inside bar, calls at 80.1. First target's marked out. And let me know if I'm talking too fast, guys. I can definitely slow this down for you. Not a problem. Puts can be done at 78.90. That's our inside bar on Oracle. Look for that. And again, if you're looking for the top 5 plays, they are reserved for the Griswold Gold members, but I hand them out to you guys every single day. The top 5 today were really... Lucid was one of them. Go check out Lucid if you're wondering how the top 5 plays work out. Lucid was a banger today. VLO, again, another one that I don't normally put out. We've got full time frame. We've got a 2 down green hammer candle. Calls at 137.11. First targets marked out. XLU is up next. XLU, there's a couple things. Full time frame continuity. Now, this isn't something normally that I would put on here, but we've broken the trigger to go outside of that inside bar on the weekly. So we are 2 up on the week already. We have full time frame continuity. I'm going to look for a continuation on XLU. And again, oil, gas, utilities, all kind of looking at the same thing. Calls 69.36, and you just have to go back in time to find that next target, which is way up here at $670, basically, okay? So that's the last one that we're going to go through, guys. Good luck trading on Tuesday. Wish you guys nothing but the best, and we will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.